Hello everyone and welcome to Homestead for a Living. As many hatcheries and farms begin complying with and believing this absurd narrative and this insane ideology of culling off our protein supply in order to contain a natural seasonal illness in poultry, we can see the effects immediately on the marketplace, not just on eggs and chicken in the grocery store, but also at feed stores and co-ops and online hatcheries where a lot of birds are simply becoming increasingly unavailable. And I'm hearing personal accounts from friends on social media where they order chicks from a hatchery and they're just getting incomplete orders. And many places like Murray McMurray are already having issues because obviously that's what happens when you cull your entire flock based on insane faulty PCR tests and go along with a lie like that. Of course, we are seeing that many of them are being financially incentivized to do this, just like everything. Just like the narrative of the past 2 years where they incentivized hospitals financially, they're doing the same thing here. All this to say, it doesn't look good, depending on your perspective, for the poultry market, where it's going to be very hard for new homesteaders or farmers to be able to get chicks that are for to be able to get chickens, ducks, quail, any kind of poultry. And so for those of us who are watching and who are not going to comply with this insanity, this is a great time of opportunity because already it's very easy to sell birds and make a good profit doing so, and it's very accessible to small homesteaders. I recently purchased some chicks, some duckling chicks, from some folks in Nashville, right in the middle of the city. They lived in a suburb on a small lot, and they just had a few layers, but then they had a bedroom about this size, packed full of incubators. They'd started off with one, they sold a bunch out of that, used the profits to buy another one, and they had stacks of these things, all of them running with turkeys, chickens, ducks. They do a lot of their own eggs, but they also just buy eggs and hatch them, fertilized on the internet. So it was an amazing business. They were making a full-time living, it appeared, out of there, and it was a really cool operation, which I might go back and film and interview them. But we've been experiencing the same thing here. A while back, somebody gave us this incubator for free because it has some issues, but it works. We did a run, it worked, and immediately we sold those birds. And now I'm looking at another incubator, and I'm keeping this just as full as I can because all you need is a rooster and some chickens. If you have purebreds, if you can do one specific line like Americanas, I find those so well. They lay the blue eggs and everybody wants them. But even if not, even if you're just selling mutts, right now you can sell them at a great rate. We did the math on what the electricity on this costs, and we make a really good profit every run. And I'm now looking at adding another incubator, and it's about $150 and it holds 48 eggs. And the math on that is that even if we have just a modest survivability rate, it will pay for itself in one run and then some. And so it's such a quick turnaround of money. And that's before lots more hyperinflation. That's before they continue to cull more of the laying flocks around the country. So these things seemingly can only go up in value, and we need to all be stepping up and answering and creating the solutions as they destroy our food supply. So I would just encourage anyone that has the ability to do this to go ahead and get an incubator. Of course, you don't need an incubator to hatch chicks. You can have them go broody. But this does allow you to step it up to a commercial level. For us, even just having our little home flock of 18 chickens, that creates a lot of fertilized eggs, and it can create a lot of value coming out of this at about $5 a pop, and that'll of course probably go up as the price of birds in general goes up. So just want everyone to get to thinking about that as a good little commercial sideline and a very important one in this time of scarcity that we're coming into and that's being created. So in the meantime, everyone, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.